Tonight on an all-new OnPoint podcast brought to you by Beer League Outdoors.
I've been back 12 hours yet and I'm on the ice, baby.
All of a sudden, Canada sucks at hockey. The ice fishing season is starting to get a little slushy.
To Mexico and I come back and Polyev and Cardi are working together.
This and so much more coming up next on the OnPoint podcast brought to you by Beer League Outdoors.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the OnPoint podcast presented by Beer League Outdoors. If you're not in the pros, you're in the beer leagues.
I gotta make a confession, guys. I just ate so many candies. This is about to kick in, and we're about to go crazy. What's up, guys?
I just got home.
Yeah, how are you?
Welcome
What's
back.
up? Yeah, welcome back.
It's good. It was a good week.
Yeah?
Week. Yeah.
We're gonna get into since nobody knows where you went. You made a ton of posts on your vacation.
I didn't make a whole lot of posts on my vacation.
I don't think you made any.
It just means you went on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, closing ceremonies here. Look at that. Team Italy getting it done. Canada is not the best at hockey anymore. What did you think of that game? I wasn't even going to watch.
I was sleeping.
Really?
I didn't even watch it.
You didn't watch any of it?
No.
Dave did.
I caught the tail end.
No.
That was the important part. Canada lost to the United States, not only the men, but also the women.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Both in overtime, though.
Yeah, both in overtime. The 3-on-3 thing at the end of the game was stupid.
It's dumb.
You know what, and I was trying to explain to somebody I was talking to, and they were like, it's not a big deal. Knoxville. It was Knoxville. Yeah, it was Knoxville. And I was like, 5-on-5 and 3-on-3 aren't even the same sport. Like, you're
No.
like,
No.
Do you know what I
Really
mean?
changes
Not at
the
all.
dynamic. It's
It was like
So wide open with three people.
yeah. It's too
yeah, but
easy.
it's a different game. You don't even have the same amount of players. So I was trying to explain to Knoxville, and he was arguing me to death. He was just happy to be there watching the game. But I was like, it's almost like alpine skiing, and if there's a tie, we're going to do a cross-country race to see who's the winner. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the ice surface is bigger on international stage.
That was actually smaller than an NHL rink.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they were late, and they had to cut it down by 4 feet in the neutral zone.
Oh.
They did not play. Then, whenever the NHL players play in the Olympics, no international ice. NHL rules, NHL size.
Wow.
So the NHL had something to do with this, and maybe it was just to see how mad people would be to see. Can you imagine if the Stanley Cup playoffs were done on 3-on-3 overtime? Like
People
it doesn't.
lose their minds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Forget it.
Like that is a terrible way to end. Maybe what is the biggest? That's a huge game, right? Like
In Knoxville. You want to turn up the volume a little bit? It seems
on
a bit.
who? On who? On
me.
He can't turn it on. I have to turn it up.
I think it's going to be me, guys. I can hear you over top through the mic.
This was the thing to do. You're gonna have to listen. You can hear me like in your headphones.
I can hear you, but it's quiet. Like it's quieter.
Does that
Way better.
That suits you better?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm okay, buddy.
You're a lot of work.
I'm a high maintenance guy.
So
Am I ever?
I saw a medal tally, and we're way ahead of the other countries as far as how we've performed at the Olympics. But the rest of the world is really catching up in hockey,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
especially in the United States. The game has grown so much,
Yeah.
especially over the last 10 years. Good news if you're a Leaf fan, Austin Matthews is finally a winner of something.
Woo.
You're right.
Shots fired.
Quinn, the Hughes brothers.
Yeah, Jack and Quinn.
They told everybody in the media that the fans in Toronto should get ready. Like he's a winner. He just led this team to a gold medal. Right? He's not what you guys portray him to be. He led the team.
Yeah.
That's a big step for Austin. And like, if we're going to take something positive away from America winning, he's rolling with the punches now.
Yeah.
He was the captain of the team, of the best team. Austin Matthews put our McDavid to bed.
Yeah.
This is such a crappy way to end a game. As soon like the teams played, I think it should be just 20-minute 5-on-5 till somebody wins.
Yeah.
Wasn't that on the women's side? That's what they did.
I don't.
They went to OT with full lines. Yeah.
And I think that everything other than gold medal game was going to be decided in a shootout, but the gold medal game was just 20-minute 3-on-3 until somebody scores.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah.
And here's the thing. I get it during the regular season in the NHL. 3-on-3 is awesome. 5 minutes. They're just trying to end the game and get us a winner, right?
Yeah.
Right? We're not trying to end the game. We could have done 40 periods. Like, they're just like, yeah. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I didn't. It was started at what, 8?
I have
our time?
I have
7.
no idea.
It was 7 or
early.
7:30.
It was early.
We rolled in this morning at 4:45.
Well, you didn't stay up?
No,
What's wrong with you?
No, I was going to bed, man.
You're from a war-torn country.
Yeah. I didn't find out till about 4 hours ago.
Well, tell everybody first where you went.
Okay, so
Let's just not assume that
we were
everybody
in
was telepathically.
my family and my
Oh,
extended family, on my wife's side, Stephanie's side. We were in Mexico for 6 days.
no way.
Yeah. And
Sorry.
sorry. had a great time, oblivious to what's going on in the outside world.
Okay, so you're a little behind.
So yesterday started, we had to check out by noon. So, but we could stay on the resort till we had to catch the shuttle to the airport.
Oh,
Yeah, which is awesome. That's
6:30.
So last night. So yeah, okay, 24 hour.
This, like 24 hours ago, I was in Mexico still.
Okay.
drinking cervezas.
No, I was in. What time was it? No. No. Yeah, so we flew home last
So you
night.
flew home last night.
Got in. We rolled in just after 1, I think,
Pearson International Airport.
into Toronto.
Okay.
Took us a while. We had to get through customs and all the rest of that.
Yep.
Finally got out of the airport by 2. Then we had to wait for the cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we had to drive home in that crappy weather.
Yep.
And stopped at Tim Hortons in Whitby because I was like, I'm falling asleep here.
Did you get the? I anytime I've ever traveled, as soon as I get back to Canada, I really enjoy that Tim Hortons coffee.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the time, I'm pretty pissed that I'm buying it, but there is a that is.
So I had
It's
my
that when you're away from it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You forget, and then it's...
The first one's really
Yeah,
like
that's-
after a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So all week I was drinking coffee in Mexico with no sugar.
Yep.
So my last day coming back from holiday, I'm like, well, I'll grab a dark roast with with 1 sugar in it, 2 sugars.
Really?
I did not appeal to me at all. I drank it because I was tired and I didn't get home. But
So you get home, and we just found out. I don't even know the real story. I have not looked at this at
so
all.
I went home and went to bed. I was in bed by 5 after 5 and left all the luggage in the truck, just walked
Yep.
in, dropped trowel and went to bed.
Yep.
Woke up around, I don't know, it was 10:30, something like that.
Wow.
And I was looking for, like, the game still on, but there was, like, nothing there.
No, it was over.
And, yeah, I didn't even find out the U.S. won until, I don't know, after lunch.
Yeah.
So
And then I'm messaging you asking if you guys got sick because there was a whole other...
Yeah, and apparently there was a resort that, there was some
like
food
over 50
poisoning or
people
something
or
like
something.
that.
Yeah.
But-
Gastrointestinal, like...
Wasn't, no,
Sickness.
we didn't,
you were good,
yeah.
but Mexico's on fire right now.
Apparently-
I just read that Americans and Canadians are been told not to go.
Yeah.
They're
They've
not
canceled
going.
everything.
Yeah.
Like, you just made it out of there by the short and.
Well, I think so. Like, we were in Cancun.
Yep.
All this is going on in Puerto Vallarta, right?
But
different
there
part of
is
the country.
cartels.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Like everywhere.
But yeah, so,
So I saw they killed a cartel leader.
that's
I think
the
that's
whole,
what set
that's
it all
the-
off.
That's what set it off.
Set it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
And now they're just burning the city to the ground.
They're just burning.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it just set off a chain of reactions because if you were one of the competitive cartels, you'd know that they were probably looking for you too, which would make you want to start fighting now before.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to fight.
It's going to get hairy
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah, it
really.
is.
It's going to get bad.
I had a buddy from work message me. He says, "Did you make it out in time?" What are you talking about? I have no idea what's going on. Then I went on Facebook and I was like, "Oh, that's going on."
That's wild. I just looked it up on the old Google tube, and like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's Stephanie's uncle's there.
No way.
He's in Puerto Vallarta.
Alex has family in that
Really?
same place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can't get
Thoughts?
out. Shelter in place.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Like
Canine setting up extraction teams.
it's always been like Mexico's always been a little hairy, but safe place to travel to. Like if you weren't, do you know what I mean?
If
like
you stay on the resorts, I'll agree with that
Do,
statement.
do you get what I like?
Yeah.
But there's lots of places in Mexico you can go off the resort, and it's not as like
Just
it's
the
not,
bigger
it's
cities.
not usually Afghanistan, right? Like it's not that level of
No.
crazy.
Inside the resort, you really have no idea what's going on,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you're walled off.
Except for what you can watch on Facebook and stuff.
But nobody would ever like this shutting down the country to deal with this situation that's going on is big news topic because this is North America. Like that's wild.
And that's huge because it's a huge tourist center.
Yeah, they're going to lose.
That's probably why they're attacking that, because it's the biggest effect, right?
Well,
yeah. To get
now
back.
they've taken Guadalajara Airport.
Yep.
And you said when you were there they weren't super happy to have Americans.
Well, I saw a couple things happen when we landed and kind of
Really?
went, huh.
Oh, no.
No, let's roll them out there. You're not there now. They're not going to keep you.
We were waiting.
You're safe.
We were waiting in apparently like the no-fly zone. Like they have to kind of walk through it. They have drug
they're
dogs and everything else.
Yeah.
And we were waiting for the rest of the family to come through to get their checked luggage. And
Oh yeah, you said this.
there was a little bit of code,
Oh, yeah.
whistling and such. And they whistled in 2 American pilots and 3
Stewardess?
stewardesses
Yeah.
and x-rayed them all. They had to go through other than
That's
us.
wild.
Like we walked down the corridor.
Yep.
And they and those 5 went in there.
This way, please.
Right. So
Shit.
so I'm like, let's and he and the customs guy, he's just like, get moving.
Yeah,
I'm
get
like,
out of here.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
They tell you to move, you go. Yeah. Anyone's left behind, they're on their own.
Right? I'm like, I'm out of here.
See you, Steph.
That's pretty wild.
I was like, get your luggage. We're out of here.
We got to go.
Yeah.
It is changing. I've been talking a lot since you were you've been gone. Things are really changing. Like
Things are getting
like
weird.
like everything is feels different.
Mm-hmm.
Like even I never thought there'd be a time when we couldn't go to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Cuba is like Canada's haven for cheap travel, and you can't go to Cuba.
Can't go there.
That's not because of
No, that's because of the whole fuel crisis.
fuel crisis and food shortage and such.
They basically been
but
completely cut off.
That's the same kind of they've
States have cut them off.
which means no tourist dollars
Yeah.
at all, because I think Canada is like their major thing for
Cuba's in shutdown mode right now. They're done.
Which Steph and I have been there. We were there 20 years ago, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like we were walk through Havana and everything. Right? It was nothing.
Yep. I knew people that
People
were
are
going to live
great.
down there through the winter.
Right.
Had no problems back and forth, no issues.
No, anybody
No.
I'd ever talked to who went to Cuba, all they say is the food's not as good as this place.
Yeah.
But other than that, they say
The salt's the same. Ketchup's not.
I've heard that very much.
Ketchup is not the same.
Alex brought her own when they went.
no way.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
But-
it just seems so much different right now. Like even day to day, how people are. There seems to be a weird vibe. And February is a hard month. February is like the dog days of winter, and everybody's a little
Yeah.
depressed, especially
Yep.
up here. We haven't got a ton of sun. There's not a whole lot going on too. We've been knocked off the map here of hockey. It's a pretty depressing time.
Well, baseball starts.
Baseball starts, sunny Florida, but
Yeah.
even businesses. I've got the feeling the last couple days, like who would ever thought there was a time where Yamaha wouldn't build snowmobiles, or in Yatica, that Eddie Bauer would be bankrupt. And I guess it's like 4 times, but this.
But how
time-
much? How many more other companies are teetering?
What-
right?
So-
did you hear the news that a lot of Trump's tariffs were illegal? The courts have decided. and-
I've
They've
heard
turned
something
over a
about
bunch
that.
of them, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Aluminum and something else they maintained.
$160 billion worth of tariffs have been collected, and those larger companies like Costco are now suing to get that money back.
We'd like
Yeah.
that back, please.
Yeah.
But here's
Thanks
the
for holding
thing.
on to that for us.
If you were if you were, I'm not saying Costco did this either. Please don't sue me. Let's say I'm an American business and I was hit on tariffs, but I passed it along to the consumer. Now I'm going to sue to get that money back, so I'm going to get double dipped.
Yeah.
because you've already passed it on to the consumer. I don't think in the United States everybody's getting a tariff check,
No.
right? Like,
No.
like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. Like, how long? Like,
Well, it's because they can afford to do the lawsuit, right?
oh, 100%.
Like as a
Yeah,
consumer, I'm not going to
and-
sue you for the
No.
$200 tariff I had to eat.
Isn't it wild though? Like, I don't ever remember a time when there was so much going on. Like,
It's crazy right now.
like,
All over the world.
like
I
it's-
can't keep up.
No, and like the American president is like on his own. Like Trump is running like he's in the Wild West. He's just doing
He's treating
stuff.
everything like the
Oh,
Wild
yeah.
West.
Like it's crazy. He doesn't even seem to, and he wasn't even that upset about this. He was like, "No, the courts are terrible in this country." What? You're in charge.
You are the courts.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Like it.
Do you ever see the movie Escape from L.A., Escape from
Yes.
New York?
Yeah.
Those?
Great movies. We're getting there.
Look familiar?
It's like a year ago, I would have said, like the world was a different place a year ago, and the world has never been the same since COVID. Like people have
No.
changed.
No, 2020,
like
things changed hard.
2019 and now, like there's two different like life.
Either
Things happen.
accept it or don't.
Well, yeah,
It's
you adapt,
wild.
right? You have
And
to
so
adapt and move forward.
So I get the feeling, like I've just noticed that, like, there seems to be like a separation. Like the way business is done is changing. Like even when I was having a discussion about fishing companies. Like there's 4 or 5 super big fishing
Yeah.
companies, and they're not growing. They're actually getting smaller, I believe, right? Because they're cutting marketing dollar, and these small companies seem to be the ones on the big rise. Like
Because they're the ones that are starting out, and their stuff is priced where people can afford stuff.
everything is crazy money.
Yeah.
But again, like Articat's just starting to make snowmobiles again. Like BPR owns
BRP, yeah.
yeah, like BRP owns the snowmobile market, but they left the marine business,
Yes.
right? Like it's not the same. Like
No.
so much is changing.
Put all their eggs in one basket.
I said this. I was talking to my mom the other night. We were just having like mom son
Friendly conversation.
and I said the mall, even in today's world, like if the economy's good, the mall's busy, right? And people are spreading their money out, right? And the mall's a great place for young people to get jobs,
Yeah.
right? If I was like, the malls are failing, which means kids don't have jobs, which means these giant corporations, like, think of this, and I'm just going to throw out, in the 80s, everything was getting bigger, like bigger and bigger. In
Growing,
the
yeah.
90s, I feel like we got to a time where they became super companies. The internet hit. One company would have a whole bunch of retail stores, but they started selling online, and then they started doing this, and
Yeah.
there seemed to be a boom. And then at some point, like profits got so good that all these big companies, and even if you're watching at home, you probably work for a company. You've heard we need to make internal cuts to make more profits, right? Because they couldn't sell anymore, right? Like that had slowed. So now you got to cut with internally to run with the fewest amount of people. But by cutting all these jobs, then your profits went up for a little bit, but you're cutting so many jobs that there's less spenders. There's less spenders.
Yeah.
I think that, especially in Canada, I can talk about the rest of the world. These companies are going like Eddie Bauer. It's because nobody has money to shop at your store, because you fine line this so much that nobody works for you and nobody works at the other stores and nobody's spending at these stores.
Yep.
It's almost like we got too big,
When
it doesn't work.
Yeah,
Like there was a time in 2010, it felt like, where 15 companies ruled the world. Like they were I'll bet you if we really look into the clothing industry, Eddie Bauer's not a company anymore. It's owned by so-and-so, who also owns so-and-so.
17 conglomerates.
Yeah,
do you know
exactly.
what I mean? Like, do you ever notice you go to West 49 and Blue Notes, and it's the same clothing, different names, but it's the exact same.
Basically the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because the same company owns both stores, and it just so
Same base
happens that the
company.
one end of the mall is making this money.
And shopping online has really put a cut into that, right?
Yeah,
Because
but-
usually you get a few bucks off if you buy online, right? So you're going to buy that cheaper pair of jeans,
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
But
risk.
not even anymore.
But I don't even
It's-
think. I
no.
don't think people are online shopping. I think that there's a bit of like nostalgia to go to the stores.
Well, it's coming back.
But
People want to get
I
out and
think
do it.
like you know what I've noticed. I go to the dollar store all the time to buy stuff like snacks for Ash or.
Dollar
you
store's
know-
not a dollar store anymore.
Well, here's the other thing. Like I do a ton of tinkering to pull projects off to do here, and the dollar store has everything you need. Like
Yeah.
when it comes to something stupid, that you're like, I wonder if they.
Where
have-
can I get that?
Yeah, the dollar store has.
I can get it
Bingo.
for $2 there, or I can get it
I-
for 72 over there. Yeah.
Dollarama's got it.
I can tell you in the last 6 months, the dollar store seems to be getting busier and busier and busier. And like Walmart's not the new like holy crap store. It's the Dollarama is packed.
Have you seen the size of the one in Coburg?
It's huge.
It's massive. It's half the size of Zeller's used to be.
But I think that like a lot of people have dropped down a level. Like the person who shopped like Metro Independent would probably be like the high end place to go get groceries,
Yeah.
right? Walmart would be like your place to get everything, and then you'd be into like Food Basics, and then maybe Giant Tiger, and then
No
the
frills. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like there is. I
Yep.
feel like a lot of people have shifted.
Well, your dollar's not going as far anymore.
No.
No, but like I think that the independent has outpriced some people, and they're like, I think we have to go to Food Basics.
Yeah.
And I think that there's some Food Basics shoppers who are like, I think we got to go see what they got at the Giant Tiger. And there's a ton of people who regularly shopped at the Giant Tiger who was like, I think we got to go check out the Dollarama. And everybody's almost been bounced a class, right?
Yeah.
Like it's getting weird out there again.
Mm-hmm.
It has, like, I feel, and maybe this is just me, but I feel like right now there's just a total different vibe. Like, for
Everybody's on edge. Not on edge, but they're just so weary of what they're spending.
I think that there's a
Like-
bit of that, but I don't think people are the same. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think.
Do you feel people like walking on eggshells more?
I do, and I think they're real snotty, and I think that there's probably like some depression, like
People are
like
ready
you-
to
like-
snap, just
yeah,
ready to yell and
like
yeah.
yeah, like this close to just like, oh, I can't do this anymore,
yeah.
which is not a good, it's
Not-
not a
not
good
good,
thing,
no.
right?
No.
Like, but on the other thing, I said a couple weeks ago when we did the last show that I really wanted Carney and Polyev to get together and like do what's best for the country for once.
Yeah,
And I
stop the
saw-
division.
I saw that after that tragic shooting and to the families out west at Carney, like they're working together. They were holding hands at
Yeah.
that memorial, which is a huge, huge step forward for this country. Right? I don't want it to be like blue versus red. I just want us to all be
Make
like,
Canada great again.
You've
Work
noticed,
together.
yeah, not
like
in
it's
an,
always been like liberal, conservative, right?
Yeah.
But it hasn't been
But
to
you-
the extent that it has been in the last 5 to 10 years.
But I feel like when we were younger in the 90s, people switch parties based on what the
What was better and what,
What
was...
was-
like. I
Yes,
can
exactly.
remember my parents at somebody's house and being like, "Well, last time I voted Liberal, but they didn't do so much for me, so I'm voting Conservative this time." And somebody being like, "Well, I don't want this because of the Conservative Party, and I'm going to vote NDP because I'm not voting Liberal." But I'm all like,
Yeah.
And then 4 years later, there'd be a discussion where they're like, "Well, we all shouldn't have voted." Like I remember one time, what was his name? Doug. Who was the premier of Ontario? Mike Harris.
Mike Harris.
He won by a landslide, and a ton of conservative people who never voted conservative voted for Harris. But as soon as he was done his damage, there was a ton of people who never voted Liberal in their life and voted in Dalton McGuinty, I think. Would it have been Dalton McGuinty? Yeah,
After Harris, maybe?
I think it was. Yeah. So do you know what I mean? But I feel like right now if you're blue, you're blue.
yeah.
And if you're red, you're red.
Yeah, everyone's drawing a hard line.
But we need to get rid of those lines. And I'm really glad that Polyev and Carney, like, what's the point of being, like, does Polyev really want to win?
Can he
Then-
win?
no, let's put it a different way.
Ernie
Ernie Eves?
Ernie Eves was right after Harris.
Okay, I remember Ernie.
And then before Dalton McGuinty. So
Well, I missed a guy in the middle.
02 to 03 and then Dalton McGuinty. So yeah,
Gotcha.
you're
Yeah, I
pretty
was-
much
I was
bang on.
close.
Yeah.
But would you like to inherit this Canada? Like,
The way it is now?
yeah, like, would you want to be Polyev and be like, hey, I'm the prime minister of this
No.
shit show, right?
No.
Carney didn't inherit a great like,
He didn't
like
inherit anything.
situation,
Yeah.
right?
A mess.
But here's the thing, and here's what I'd like to see, and this is what I hope they're doing. If they work together to get us through this, bounce the economy back, at least then they can have a race set on their own political things, and the best man can win.
As long as they're working
get what
together to fix it.
Yeah,
And
then you might as well when you got the problem fixed,
And then wreck it again.
Then we can
Yeah, yeah.
see who the best man, like what party wins.
Yeah.
Right? Like let's have a real election when.
Well, and
there's-
again, you got to remember you're voting on what's best for you and for what your
but
needs
right
are. Right
now we would be just voting for
Right now you're
a different shit
tossing a
show.
fucking coin.
I really don't think it matters who's prime minister right now. It's like
Still a shit show.
I don't think if Polyev took over tomorrow, he can do anything, and he'd probably be being like, "Well, Carney, I need your help."
Yeah.
Like I think they're both stuck.
I don't disagree with that.
Unless he has a majority government, he has to go through.
Yeah, but even if you had a majority government, you know what? This is a great question. How would you fix our economy if you were the?
I don't even know.
See, I don't think if either of them had it, you can't do anything while the world is like. We can't just close our borders and be like, well, no, we're not trading. We're good here. We have power and cattle, and we can feed ourselves 10 times over.
Yeah.
That's not a possibility.
No.
We would.
It is a possibility, but holy crap.
Yeah.
like
Hold on, boys.
throw electronics out the door. Like we don't make anything in this country.
No.
That's why we have a lack of jobs and a lack of spending. I asked somebody. I've been asking this question a lot. Let's say you wanted to just live like a GM worker in 1985. Where would you go get that job? Do you know what I mean? Like the hunting camp and the snowmobiles and the trailers and this and that. And let's say you're a 19-year-old kid, just graduated high school, year of college. You've decided that the college, Ryerson, is it still called Ryerson?
I think so.
I don't know.
I don't think those jobs exist anymore.
Where no, like that's what like I keep asking people, like where would you go? Like Darlington, but there's not enough for like everybody in Ontario.
Right.
Right.
The thing with those jobs now, though, a lot of it, and again, like this is coming straight from the horse's mouth too, is unless you know someone,
You're screwed.
forget it.
But even like I saw some pretty scary stuff out of Toronto where like the real estate market is crashing and they're not building houses because they can't afford the metal and like thousands.
The
and
condo industry is
thousands.
dead.
Like there's going to be thousands of people out of jobs. Like what do we do? And scary times. And I'm sorry to like doom and gloom, but this is what's
It's
happening.
reality. Yeah.
It is a reality. Even like fishing, like fishing is not spending. People aren't spending on marketing. Like that's the big rumor. Like inside, like
Kids aren't going to college as much.
no, right?
Fleming is down.
Okay, this is good stat.
Fleming was down. What did they say this year? Almost 70%.
70.
It was huge.
That's crazy.
Wow. It was
a
But I can see
huge
like
number.
so if you go and let's say it costs you $50,000. I don't even know what it costs to go to college. $50,000. You spend $50,000. You get an education, 2 or 3 year program. You get out of where's that job? You're probably not any better than the kid who didn't go because there still isn't that job.
Unless you're taking skilled trades right now.
But I think the skilled trades are starting to dry up
Well,
just
everyone's
because
going
of
out,
like
everyone's going out west.
yeah,
You have
right?
to.
Yeah,
That's where it all is.
it's crazy times. It's like as soon as you start
People
thinking
that are
about
sick
this,
of it are headed west.
Oh yeah.
But I wonder if there's people out west who are heading back east who are sick of that.
It's possible.
Maybe.
But again, it's your mindset, right?
Yeah,
Where's your belief system? What do you believe
Yeah,
is better
exactly.
for you and your family? And it's a lot more liberal side down here, obviously.
Oh,
than
yeah, yeah,
Alberta's
yeah.
in its own little world.
Yeah.
it's like the
Now that
Texas.
being said,
Yeah.
if it was up to me, I would probably pick up my business and go to Alberta. Not because it's bad here, but what we do would thrive out there compared to Ontario.
I
And
think
that's the only difference.
I can tell you, I seen there where Wesleyville's getting that new nuke plant for sure now.
OPG, they
Yeah.
just signed up.
It really scares me the amount of subdivisions that are about to come and people be like.
Right?
Yeah.
Speaking about jobs, those are probably the most sought after jobs, and there will be thousands,
Yeah.
like tens of thousands of
Just the
applicants.
construction of it is going to be
You're right.
How many
thousands
years?
of people.
How many years, though?
Oh, it's not going to be quick.
No.
No.
Not if it's the
But you-
largest
do you-
nuke
I can't
program in
remember
the
what
world.
they said it was.
So I would
They
imagine
quoted it.
that lots of tradespeople will come and
Yep.
Lots of people, tradespeople, Monday to Friday.
A lot of subcontractors.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah. Monday
Monday to Friday, live in the Port Hope, Coburg, Newcastle area.
Yep.
And then when it's finished and they just really start hiring people, like this is going to
Boom.
Yep.
boom.
There
And,
won't be a whole lot of fields left.
like I really don't want to. I don't want any. I don't want the people who are here now, let alone another 40,000, 10,000.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Look at Port Hope from the 90s till now.
oh, it's not even.
Like,
Look at Port Hope in 2017 to now, 10 years.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we moved back here in 2016.
okay,
Where we live, I could pull out of my driveway, go to the intersection, turn left. I'd be at that intersection for like 10 seconds. Make
yeah,
a
yeah,
left.
yeah.
I will pull out there in the morning now and sit there for like 3 minutes.
Even at night,
trying to
when
get the hell
even
out.
when I take the trailer back, sometimes like,
Yeah.
you got to wait for cars to go by,
Yeah.
and like guys, are, like it's not.
It's crazy. I'm
It
like, what
is.
is going on?
I pulled out of your driveway the other day, and I was the fourth car at the stop sign.
Yeah.
like I had to wait,
Yeah.
which is mind blowing.
On really. Wow.
Do it.
It's- yeah.
If we took
Rush
COVID
hour
out
in
of
Port
here,
Hope.
I just feel like things are changing so fast. Of like on a level that I've never seen before. Like you wake up every morning, and it's like almost like a new set of rules.
Mm-hmm.
Like these players are on this team now, and these players, and then you get up the next morning, and you're like, really?
What do I do now?
Right? Like, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I am somebody who liked watching the news, and I've tried to even watch less news lately.
Yeah.
Because all you do is you're like, oh, all these people are in the Epstein files, and they're
Depressing.
getting fired, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, great. Like, look at all these assholes, right? And then Trump is friends with Putin, but now he's not friends with Putin. And then China's doing this, and like it, I can't even keep up with who's on whose side. And
Who's
Right,
on third?
we're-
What's
we're-
on second?
Right. That's about it.
England and France are going to the Greenland to protect Greenland from the United States, and we're like on the fence. But like Carney this morning was, oh, we'll have to see what happens. And then this evening he's like, oh no, we're with NATO, and like it's so
Yeah.
confusing. Like
Yeah.
Everything
it's-
changes.
It's
like
almost
the wind.
like Facebook. You're like refresh. Okay, well, whole new set of rules here.
Charlie Brown's running everything. He's so wishy-washy.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's been a little much. That was our 2-week catch up of politics in the world. Let's get back to the real stuff.
Moving
What
on.
else? A snowmobile. 2001 Arctic Cat 600. Boom boom. I picked up a machine for the ice.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah, the ice fishing bill. Again, it's February. 10 weeks ago, I was never ice fishing again, and now I have everything that anybody could ever need to go ice fishing.
It's all in my driveway.
For the second time in
Yeah.
my life. It is. It is. Ice fishing corner back there.
Trailers, sleds.
I'm getting a sign made.
I've been having a good time catching steelhead in the river. We took a break from the 40 pike. We need 35 more.
Hopefully,
we're
well-
getting to the best part of the pike season, though. Like this is when they're going to head shallow. They're looking to go to spawning areas. Everybody knows where they're headed to, and they'll be a little easier to catch. The more they get into that shallow water and get closer together, the more they get irritated and aggressive, and they just.
But we need to maintain a friendship with Mother Nature.
Well, that's our big
Yeah,
thing.
that's,
It's the slush.
10 inches of slush out there. Like, come on.
I seen pictures of side-by-side ATV, big ATV, 800 ATV
Buried?
with tracks buried, gone.
Yeah.
Hours digging it out. A young lad told us tonight they were out in their ATVs on Quinny. It took them 3 hours to get 600 yards as they were digging out. Like as soon as you got into it, you couldn't get out of it.
Yeah. I've been there
Yeah, you have.
a couple weeks ago.
So we do have like what do you do? How do you get around? There's no way to get around the slush.
It's you either walk through it, but then when you get a spot cleared out, you're in 10 inches of water.
Where the water comes.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm hoping. Tuesday I saw minus 12. If we could get rid of some of the snow on top, the snow's the problem. The snow's the insulator.
Yeah.
If you could get rid of some of that snow, she'll harden right back up, and it'll be a little bumpy of a ride, but at least we'll have.
Like we said today, like it needs to melt
Yeah.
and freeze, melt about 3 times,
Yeah.
and then
Or-
we're back to good ice, like decent.
Even if you get some wet snow and it gets super cold for 3 or 4 nights, you'll get that really hard crust where you won't notice the slush
Yeah.
unless you drill a hole, and then it'll start bubbling up. But
Yeah.
man, Like
It's tough. It's a grind.
It has been a grind of a season, and luckily, I've had a great time ice fishing. I caught a bunch of fish, but everybody I talked to who's been, they said this is the worst season ever.
That's
for
what I've
fish,
been hearing
from
too.
like
Wow, that's wild.
everywhere. Everybody's complaining from everywhere.
Yep.
You know, if you're listening at home and you've been drilling them, good for you. But like a lot of really good sticks out there.
Yeah.
Kyle, Brighton Power Sports. Shout out to Kyle. He's been saying this has been one of the worst years he could remember ever, just for numbers of fish.
Yeah.
Even the fish aren't getting
The memo.
the memo. You know what? Did we we didn't talk about your vacation, did we?
No.
Can we talk about that?
I guess.
Hey,
I'm not leaving my house abandoned, so.
no, I'll be there. working on stuff in the driveway.
What are you talking about?
He's going on a trip tomorrow.
Oh, yes, I heard.
Yes.
Where are you going?
Little lucky fellow.
Lucky fella. So I'm taking the wife to Paris for 5 days.
No way.
And I'll tell you, flat out, it is not much cheaper than going to like Jamaica.
Really?
It was about the same.
Really?
No.
No way.
That's why we decided on it. I was going to go south, and I'm like, I hate the beach.
I'm not a beach guy. What are you guys doing when you're there?
Touristy stuff.
Yeah.
We've never been to Europe, so we're going to check it out and do a lot of walking. It's supposed to be like 17 the whole time we're there.
Nice.
17.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
warm. No wind, yeah.
Completely
That's
different.
spring.
Yeah, it's spring weather there right now. But it's off season, so there's no tourists.
I'm really excited for when you come back to hear about like what the atmosphere there is. Like, do you know
I'm
what
curious myself.
right?
I really
Like,
am.
do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
France seems to be in the news a lot more than a
Yeah.
lot like Canada,
Yeah.
like and you know.
We're doing London for 3 days too, right? So
That'll
It'll
be.
be-
I would really like to go to London. I'd really like to go to
It'll be
England. I'd
interesting.
like to go pheasant hunting.
Scotland's my go-to at some
yeah.
point. That's on my bucket list.
I
walk
really
around in
like
full dress.
yeah.
What do you? What?
Pheasant hunting, walking in
Oh.
full dress on horseback.
Tweed suit, knee high
little
boots.
patch on the shoulder.
You know what? I need it. Well, throwing this up, I'm really excited. I want to hear what you hear like, oh, French people feel this way, or people from France, or people from England. I want to hear what like in a
Yeah.
restaurant what they have to say,
My,
or somebody on the street, or
My
somebody.
coat and my backpack both have Canadian patches on them.
Yeah,
I'm not messing around with that.
that's smart play.
Come on, live on the edge, bud.
Yeah. Listen, if you notice my
Put the old
t-shirts,
stars and stripes up there.
the company that I buy all my t-shirts from is out of the U.S. and they have American flags all over everything. It was so hard packing because I'm like, everything I own has U.S. all over it. I don't know what to do.
That's wild.
Orange man bad.
So that'll be a great trip. That like I would be.
It'll be a lot of
super-
fun. We're
yeah,
really looking forward.
and,
Alex
you know,
is super excited.
You're gonna
Yeah.
get like a real feel for like that's like the heart, like France, Germany, Poland, Russia, like Ukraine, Russia, I should say.
Yeah. Mhm.
But like that's where the heart of the, if you know what if, like America and China are the big economies, like if you're gonna have a serious war, it's in Europe. Like that's where when shit goes down, somewhere like
Yeah.
the Germans and the French people and the Italians and the Polish people and Russia, like that's a hotbed for like if you're really gonna light the world up, it starts there. Like
Yeah. And the Middle
like
East too is in
very
there.
small. Like I think Europe fit all in Ontario. Like it's not even close to the size.
Well,
of,
like I said, you can go from France to London
yeah,
in 2 hours.
That's crazy. That would get
2
us
hours.
to
Wow.
That's
Well-
the train. If you drive it, it's 4.
dude. That's from here to London,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
like Kitchener.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So much different, eh? I'm really excited. Dave, when you come back, you'll have to tell us how.
I'll fill you in.
That'll be, yeah.
I have full cell phone access over there too, so maybe I'll post some content for you.
Yeah, that'd
since
be
you know
awesome.
someone over
Yeah,
here
yeah.
didn't.
It is actually like it's pretty wild. I even like, I got off track there. I got.
That's all right.
I got a little sidetracked. So, what do you think? What are you looking forward to in the rest of the ice fishing season? Like, how do we do this? We are going on a trip. I don't want to give away the trip.
Yep.
March 6th, the evening. That like we're
7th
doing
and
something.
8th, yeah.
We're doing something cool.
We need to talk about that too, by the way.
Do we?
We do. I got to figure something out with you.
We just got to
Oh,
figure
okay.
out some final details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Logistics.
That's all right. But
Yeah.
like that'll be a cool trip. But the slush is even bad up there.
Yeah.
Like I know people who went to Halbert and said the slush is like impossible. I saw
We had a buttload of
the
snow this year.
Aurelia angler. Do you watch that? Aurelia fisherman. I watched him for years and years and years. He posted a video out in the snowmobile, and then all of a sudden he's sitting at home, and he's like, I can't deal with the slush.
Yeah.
And he came home. Like it's that.
I think
bad.
I follow him.
He's a good follow. So like
Just to say, this one guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just posts really good stuff.
Yeah.
We need a hovercraft.
Yeah. Huh?
That'd do
Did
it.
you know I watched? Dude, that's a good topic. Speaking of England, I watched about hovercrafts, and the original hovercrafts went from England to France, and they were like this miracle thing, but they didn't work out because they can't do waves.
Yeah, that would. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like it was a huge.
Wait till it's calm.
They
Yeah.
they had them
Let it
so
cool down
that
a
you could
little.
have like it was like a ferry, like cars and.
Oh
trucks
yeah, I
there.
remember. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
those.
it was huge.
Yeah.
But I was watching the show, and they were like, the downside is they can't do waves. They can't ride the waves, right?
Right. You have a relatively flat
The
surface
serv-
to
Yeah.
hover
to
on.
do the hover. So the English Channel there, terrible place for no waves, right? So that was the downside. But the hovercrafts are like they were fast.
Yeah.
Like what a great idea if we
Yeah.
had no waves.
You can get a 4-man for not too bad.
Really?
Yeah, I priced them out because we almost bought a cottage on one of the.
Oh, for going across the water when.
Yeah, on Rice there. We were going to buy an all-round, a year round, and the only way
Leave
it was
it up
going
to
to work.
you.
I know.
I priced it a hovercraft.
Well, how else would you get across
You
when
wouldn't.
the ice was thin and then
You're
when
either-
they
Yeah,
had, like
snowmobiles when it freezes
yeah,
up,
but
Yeah.
boat in the summer, but in those two in between,
Yeah,
fall and
yeah,
spring,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
screwed.
Yeah.
that is a very.
I do
yeah,
tend to think 3 steps ahead, Craig. Sorry.
I know you do.
That's a good one. You look all nervous over there.
No, I don't
No,
know.
you're good.
He's waiting for the Mexican government to kick in his door.
You're still like, oh my gosh, where are they? That's funny.
No, I'm still having like it's still kind of
It's weird.
setting in that we just got out of there.
Yeah.
Like that's a weird feeling. I was in Alabama when the COVID hit, and I got a text message saying if you're coming back to Canada, you need to be back
Pronto.
Like, pronto. Like, don't be dicking around. Like that's an eerie feeling, man. Like
That is an eerie feeling. Like
it
where
must.
we were and to where this is happening it's quite a distance.
Yeah.
But there,
But
it's
not
all
that
over the
far.
place. No, it's not.
Tomahawk missile goes like 70 miles.
Speaking of tomahawks, we went to a steakhouse there.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law, both of them each got a tomahawk steak.
No way.
Oh yeah, massive.
When I called you the one night, you guys were at the what restaurant?
The Indian.
Yeah.
Best Indian food I've ever had in my life.
Really? That's what
Unreal.
I told him next year you should go to London and he can have Mexican food. I was so confused. I'm like, you went all the way to Mexico to have Indian food?
To have Indian food.
Well, they have a variety of different nationality
yeah.
food restaurants, right? So we tried to get reservations at one spot, couldn't do it. So we're like, well, we can 2 other resorts we can go to. So we went to the furthest one away and had this Indian food, and it was incredible.
Really?
Nice.
I'm allergic to nuts, so I've never had
So is Stephanie.
Indian. Yeah,
So
really?
she printed out these little stickers in Spanish that when the waiters came, because they're all like locals, right?
Mm-hmm.
She just
No way.
Yeah, and
So
they accommodated her 100%.
In England, one of the biggest problem is Indian restaurants. They cook with peanuts, and there's a high death rate with people who because they don't do
they don't know they're allergic.
Well, no, they don't
No.
wash the pans. And like
That's right.
right.
Yeah.
And in Indian food and Korean stuff, peanuts is like one of the main ingredients. So they just use powder, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And don't realize then
That's right.
it's crazy.
So we were at the steakhouse, and because Stephanie has allergies to nuts and fish and stuff like that,
Yeah.
they cooked her meal on a completely separate kitchen.
No way.
Yeah, they had a separate kitchen, like a separate skillet, separate grill, separate everything.
Nice.
Cooked her steak separately, everything.
That's pretty cool.
It was awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that is
It's a
really-
peace of mind thing, right? Because,
Well, what do you do?
Well, yeah.
What do you do in
I
Mexico?
don't want to see that.
I can't believe Mexico is like you just got out of there.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time in my head putting like everything that's going on. In
The more we
world,
talk
like-
about it, the more I'm like, well, I'm lucky you got out of there.
Even when I turned on the news the one day and I was like, is that Carney and Polyev holding hands at a candlelight vigil? And I was like,
I thought it was AI.
Yeah,
Not going to lie.
I did
thought
too.
it was AI.
You know what? I saw the picture and I started Googling to make sure that it was. And I was like, oh my God, I've
Yeah.
never seen Mulrooney and Kretchen staying in the same room before Mulrooney not here.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I even noticed that Stephen Harper got his portrait in the Parliament, and Carney gave 15 minutes of what a great guy he was, and then Harper got up and 10 minutes of
Thank you.
thank you, and I know that you're on the other side, but I even saw Harper go, we all need to work together.
Yeah.
He's doing the best job he can, and then I saw that. But
You gotta remember, though,
you're right though. I did. Do you guys notice that too when you look at photos like that stuff and you're like, is that AI?
Everything
You question
now.
everything.
Everything.
You question everything.
I literally Google everything now.
I do too. And
I can't. You have to. It's so
isn't
crazy.
That
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
it is terrifying.
Skynet.
I saw
Right?
that Hollywood. There's a video out where Brad Pitt's fighting Tom Cruise,
Yeah, I saw that.
and it's just this is what could happen, and it's not Brad Pitt, and it looks
No, it's all AI.
perfect.
Yep.
It's just AI.
But they put in a rule. There's somewhere in there's a rule that they put in place through the film
Yeah.
industry or something
Through
that
the-
they aren't allowing it.
really.
They're basically banning the use of AI
in movies.
in movies because what'll happen is it'll just destroy the film industry.
I saw maybe Meta is going, if you pass away, that they've created an AI
AI that'll
system,
keep running your account.
posting for you. And based on what you've already posted, keep posting similar things in the similar way you would post after you're dead.
It's a little morbid, isn't it?
A little bit. I'm telling you
That
this much. If
seems
I find
real-
it, I'm going for 6 months. I'm posting the worst, most horrific shit ever.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
It's coming, boys. I will keep you guys laughing for years.
Why would anybody think that's a good idea? I saw
Because social media
there's
is life,
another
man.
one where a gentleman's child passed away from something, and one of the mass shootings in the States, and their family created an AI version of him so that he talks on the TV and answers questions as if it was him, but it's the parents can talk to the AI, but the argument back was, how would they know what he would say if he never got the opportunity? The AI can't judge how
It all depends on what you input, right? On what their past.
I really think that
And for kids now, my daughter's generation, I think is the first generation who will be
only AI.
from the time they're
Yeah.
born until
yeah
however long this goes on, they are on the internet. They are social media.
yeah.
So how many people?
Does she pick AI out very well?
Kaylin?
Has she ever said to you
So
that,
right now, Kaylin has no access to the internet, tablets, or phones. We
Okay.
have completely removed everything from her.
smart?
Uh-oh.
Me too.
Yeah, she's in a little bit of trouble.
Hey,
She's
me too.
Yeah, we should.
No, she was getting to the point where, and I admit it, I'm attached to my phone, but with the business and everything, I'm always
yeah.
looking at stuff. I'm always looking at news. I'm always trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, but you know the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah, and that's
Generally.
with her. So, and I'll tell you actually how she lost everything is I got up at 3 a.m, like I do now.
Oh, I know
I
this
wake
story.
up in a panic, and got up to go to the washroom. I look in her room, and she has a night light in her room that she has on, that starry night thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I look in, and she just looks funny. So I walk over, and I walk in, and I look, and sure enough, she's there, and she's got her phone.
Oh.
And I'm like, what are you doing? And I take her phone. And this is the third time this has happened. We've talked to her about it already. So I knew right then, I'm like, you're done.
What was she watching?
But she had downloaded, and the reason I knew she was on her phone is because I got a notification on mine through email that an app had been downloaded to her phone, and it was 2:30 in the morning. And I'm like,
That's weird.
I looked and I went, whatever. And then
Yeah.
I woke up again, and I was like, wait a minute.
Really?
So it was an AI chatbot.
Oh.
And she was having a conversation with this chatbot. Nothing bad. I
No,
read through
but
it,
it's
and it was,
still weird.
but
Yeah.
that's
That's
You're
not-
talking to a computer.
that's awful.
That
and I'm
is.
like, nope, done. And that was kind of the end of it. And I'm like, you're done. We're keeping your phone. You get nothing. She's going to get her tablet back for our cross-country journey later this summer.
Yeah.
But that's just to watch movies. She's basically banned from the internet at this point.
Ashton's lost his video games till 2027. Yeah. Gone. Done.
We have that same argument with Oliver too.
But here's the other thing.
He's a
And
YouTube junkie.
Let's throw and
They all are.
They all are. But the world that we grew up in, and I almost like at times he without even arguing, and he's like, "What do I do?" And I'm like, "You know what? You're kind of right." Like I'd much
Kids don't play outside. You can't. It's not like when we were kids.
No.
They're
But here's the
so
other-
accustomed
like-
to social
like-
media and the internet.
They socialize with their friends online.
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 That's the big fight of the weekend is like my friends are on the games. Like it's not
Yeah.
just him. And you know what? Like I'd certainly rather him in his room where I can know where he is than downtown. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I don't want him just wandering around because
Did we
like,
do that though?
Yes, but like
And I get
Times
it's
were
different
different.
times. No,
but
and
you
I
know
understand
what?
that.
Like,
and I'm not
there's-
arguing
like,
that.
I'm sure my parents were scared shitless, but like the thing they had to worry about was pot and Coors Light. Like, man, one shot of fentanyl and you could be dead.
Yeah.
Like, and you didn't even know you did it, and like
Yeah.
that's really scary. Like, do you know what I mean? And like with peer pressure and like, oh,
You remember when you had to go to your friend's house? You had to wait till 10 o'clock in the morning because it was too early.
Yeah.
Go knock on
Oh,
the
yeah.
door.
oh yeah, I do.
Hey,
remember that.
can Chris come out and play?
I do.
You know what I mean?
I remember Barb Wood. I couldn't call Woody until 10 o'clock in the morning on the weekends.
Yep.
I
Yep.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's a good memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was yeah.
There was a time that you were set that you could go and knock on the door and it was appropriate.
But-
Yeah.
And
but
you had
that-
to be home before the lights came on.
That's not
Yep.
there for our kids.
No.
No,
Like,
it's different.
We went to Angie's house on the weekend and drove a snowmobile around field for a few hours, and we had a great time doing that.
Yep.
But you can't do that every day,
No.
right? Like even like what do you do? And I like Caroline Street. Can't even send him over to play hockey. It's closed.
Mhm.
Like the outdoor rink in Port Hope.
Yep.
I certainly don't want him like ice fishing on the river, even though his dad does. I don't want him down there.
Different thought process, though.
Do you know
right?
what I mean? Like
As an adult, you're going to understand the risk
and
Yeah.
I
and
think,
mitigate that risk. As a kid, they're going to go, oh,
and even my like when I was growing up in like early '90s and stuff, like it wasn't that dangerous out there. Like,
No.
and here's the other thing too. We live in a world where like nobody wants to get sued and everybody's on edge about seeing their picture on social media. Like even if there was a fight, how many people would just drive by rather than be like, man, it's not worth.
Get your phones out and record it.
well, that's
Like,
all it is.
do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if like 1992, if somebody drove by and saw some kid getting picked on, they'd just stop their
And break
New
it up.
Yorker
Break it up,
in the
slap
street.
them around, and send
yeah,
them home.
yeah, and be like, listen here, shitheads, right?
Yeah.
Get in the car. I'm gonna drive you home and talk to your old man. That's not like we don't police ourselves like that anymore.
When I was young, like when I was 10, we lived in Enniskillen and it was all farmers' fields,
Yep.
right? Bush, forest, and we'd play like manhunt in the dark,
Yep.
right? Hide and
remember
go
seeing
seek,
that.
right?
yeah.
Well, when it was time to come in, when mom and dad would thought, okay, we've been here long enough, dad had a whistle. He whistled 3 times, like
No
the
way.
old,
Yeah.
and you could hear it for miles. Like we'd be across the fields playing.
But
There was no text messaging, get your butt home.
But
Yeah.
like in
Right.
those days, farmers didn't care if you were in their fields because you weren't going to do anything. But like,
You weren't damaging anything.
and if a farmer today, if like
Yeah.
Ash and his 3 buddies went so and so, and one of them broke their leg, like somebody's parent would sue that farmer even though he was like, I didn't let them on the property.
I didn't even know they were there.
You're right, and
Where do you
be
think
like,
trail
what do you-
passes come from?
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like in the Skidoo Trail Pass thing, I saw a sign the other day that was telling them like, "Do not come back." And it's spray paint. The farmer's like,
Yep.
"I've had enough,"
Because they won't stay on the
because they
trail.
won't stay on the trail, and
Yep.
they're wrecking that guy's livelihood.
Yep.
And what is he supposed like? Do you know what I mean? Like at some point, like
Enough's enough.
private property laws. Like when I was younger, like I can think of so many places where like it was private property, but then nobody said anything about anybody fishing there. Like you could walk the creeks, nobody would give you a hard time. Now it's like hard lines. like,
internet.
no.
Everything's
No.
on the internet, and you can find out anything
Well,
on the internet.
the way when you look back, we always laughed about how like down in the States you get sued for anything.
Yeah, yeah.
And up here it wasn't a thing.
Starting
People
to
didn't
get-
sue people.
No.
Now,
changing.
trust me when I say you can get sued for anything right now. It's insane.
Yeah.
Well, Tonight, I had a conversation with a gentleman about an app. I looked at the app, and you were in the car when we spoke.
I was there, yep.
It wasn't going to work out. I posted on the app. It's a Canadian app. I thought it was an okay app. The idea was really there.
Needs some fine-tuning.
Tonight, I go on TikTok, and I see a picture of me selling this app. Yeah. And I was like, what are you doing? You can't, where's my check? Right?
It's a fair statement.
But do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It doesn't even cross people's minds to just take.
Yep.
Right? And it's just, man, if we've learned anything in that, the world is changing so damn fast. And here's the other thing, our kids, how is she supposed to know? She probably didn't even understand of how in depth.
Oh, she had no idea what she was doing.
It's not a person on the other side, but it'd be really easy to trick your daughter into thinking that was.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what it
Yeah. It was just a game to her. She thought it was just a game.
But it's collecting information.
Yep.
It's collecting that she's up at 2:27 in the morning.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's especially
look at
young kids.
Look at anything. You're on socials all the time.
Yeah.
So we have a conversation tonight about Mexico. We've had a conversation
It'll
about
show up on
traveling to Paris.
Yeah.
We've had a conversation
100%.
about
show up on your feed.
It's going to start popping up.
It is 100%. That is really, really scary.
It's terrifying.
Or even if you go marketplace will adjust. I was looking at snowmobiles. And
I was looking at them for you too, and that's all my
marketplace
marketplace
all my
is flooded.
feed is now is snowmobiles.
Right.
Okay,
and then on my feed, it's finance this brand new one from this dealership,
Yep.
this dealership, this dealership, this dealership.
Yeah.
But this to the original one, there's no who has the money to buy this? I'd love to go spend $38,000 on a snowmobile. I don't have it. Right?
And even if you do, I mean,
that's crazy money.
That's a lot for a toy that you're going to use 3 times a year.
A toy.
Yeah. Well, we have such short season here. Do you know what I mean?
And people don't have throwaway money like we used to.
No,
Not
there
even
is no
close.
disposable incomes. I really think that you're either, I don't think there's much of a middle class anymore. Do you know what I mean? I don't think the middle class has the disposable income it once did.
I don't.
It's dwindling fast.
I really
you've got
think
your I
mega.
got money, we're good.
Yeah.
And then you've got, okay, we made rent this month.
And we really live in a society now where if you were one of those ones at the top of the pile, things are cheap. Things are getting real cheap. Man, your buck, I'll bet you your dollar would go more today than it did a year ago. I'll bet you that snowmobile I just bought, the guy probably paid $5,000 for it, and then dumped it for next to nothing.
Well, because
no
one's buying them.
Nobody's buying them. You can watch I saw some 2010 Grand Tourings for $3,200, and I was like that.
Mm-hmm.
During COVID, that would have been $10,000.
Yep.
And people would have been buying, bidding on it. It would have went to 15.
Yep.
Where are all those people who
They're all broke. They're
Oh,
paying
they're
their $1 million
like-
mortgages.
Right.
I also think that there's probably a ton of people out there who are just embarrassed of what they I paid this for that,
Yep.
right? And I can't even come anywhere even close to get
I had my 2 sleds with a trailer for sale for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Really.
And it wasn't priced bad either.
No, yeah. I've noticed some people. I saw a guy who had it was a 22-foot snowmobile trailer, not a new one. Probably 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Fully enclosed.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 snowmobiles to go with it, and he wanted $22,000.
Mm-hmm.
You could have went and bought the 2 sleds for $5,000 together, and you probably could have got that trailer for $4,000 now on Marketplace. And I was he probably spent $30 on that
Probably.
during COVID, and now he is trying to get something.
Just
Yeah,
get
something-
anything
get
back
something
out
out
of
of
it. Yep.
But he's 15,000 overpriced. You can tell who's you see the same machine, and one machine is $8,000, and the one sitting right beside it,
Literally the next ad.
$3,200.
Yeah.
And you're like, that guy's gonna sell his, and this guy
He's gonna
probably
sit on
paid
it.
$16 for that.
Just
Stupid.
gonna sit on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It has 1,000 kilometers less.
Yeah.
It does. And I
For
was
$6,000 difference.
We were sending ones back and forth, right? And I was like, too much, and but they were reasonable deals.
They were
But you could go and find something 5 years newer with less kilometers on it for
cheaper.
$200 more,
Yep.
right? Like, which is way cheaper.
Well, yeah,
like,
yeah.
like that's a way better deal.
Overall, it's a better deal.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing too. Like, Dave, you've had some minor issues with yours, but yours is so complicated. You can't you need a computer.
More or less. Like you can troubleshoot, but only so far.
But then,
Right,
then you
like-
have to plug in a diagnostics machine.
Yeah.
At least
figure
with
what's wrong
ours,
with
we could rebuild.
Or really know exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah,
with the
yeah, like-
electronics.
Yeah. Yeah.
What they're telling me, what they think it is, and mine's in the shop right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would have never even gone there. Guys that know what they're doing would have, or guys that have had that experience
Yeah, yeah,
prior
yep,
would know to
yep.
go there.
Yeah.
But my brain went 10 other directions on what it was.
It just seems so engineered. So
Over-engineered.
we made these giant companies. We made them sell as many as we possibly could, like snowmobiles. Like if you think about 1995, right? Like Articat, Yamaha,
they were
they're
all-
growing.
yeah.
And those machines were so cheap, right? Like for a brand new, I remember there was a time when you go to buy the top of the line, whatever, for $5,000, right? That same, but we got to the point, and then they got these companies were huge. Like there was a point where,
I mean, that being said, at some point you could buy a Lamborghini for $6,000. So
yes, but it did split off. They got so big, and then they made internal cuts, which turned these machines not into the best machines, just the biggest brands
Yeah.
with
More plastic.
cheap parts.
More
Even
plastic.
if you think about Remington, you look at our 1980s Remington Windmaster pump, beautiful gun. If you go to your local whatever and look at a Remington pump today, it's plastic.
Yep.
It's not made of the same thing.
No.
It's not nice
it's
wood,
not the quality.
right? But toys. Do you ever see your kid when we were kids, dinky toy Hot Wheels versus
All
a,
metal.
a new Hot Wheels or
Junk.
how cool was it that metal cases? When I was a kid, everything came in a metal case.
Yeah.
Well, somebody had to build that metal case, which employed these people. We grew these companies to such a point, and then we internally gutted them to make them as most profitable.
Yep.
And then somewhere in 2012, 2014, the technology had a boom, and we made these things so great every year that they got so expensive that everybody was that went from $5,000 to $25,000 in 10 years. Where did the $5,000 thing go?
I can remember
Right?
the model. It was the top model Polaris side by side. It wasn't that long ago, and it was only 22, 25. And I priced one out just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
And it was $50K.
It's crazy.
I'm like, what? I just bought 2 cars for $50K.
You're absolutely right.
Yep.
But so you can pretty much figure out the payment plan just because $50K when I had a truck, probably $171 bi-weekly. Water went down the wrong hole. Right? And I think that's what I paid for my first F-150. So 171, 5 years.
Yeah.
Probably, I'm probably pretty close. That's crazy.
Yep. It's wild.
Right?
You couldn't even dream of $171 a week.
No, I don't think you could. And then here's the other thing too. They'll finance you one of those things for 20 years. No problem. Real cheap payment. Pay for it 3 times on the interest. And the machine die after 12. And then what do?
You're on the hook.
I feel that we had a 2-week break. And in that 2 weeks, something changed. This is even a little more depressing of a world than it was 2 weeks ago. Right?
With everything, it's going to keep changing. Bang, bang.
Oh,
bang,
you're
bang,
you're
bang.
right.
It's just going to over the next bit.
Everything moves so fast.
Yeah.
Technology.
Things are moving quicker now than I think they were during COVID.
Trump has to make one decision, and it can completely change the whole world. It's insane.
You know what? And in as much as that, one leader of another country tries to stand up to him, and this
You
could
guys know about
change
Iran right now, right?
Yeah, that's crazy too.
That's
eh?
terrifying.
What happened?
So Iran was What did someone,
Sorry.
and don't quote me because I only saw this quick, but like they were saying Iran within 24 hours will have nuclear capability. Trump is like put a hard attack on Iran right now. They got ships there. They got refueling planes flying over Iran. Like, it sounds like they're going full on.
But here's the
attack
thing.
mode.
Wasn't
But
it like 2 months ago where they dropped that bomb and it like Iran was back to the Stone Age? They'll never build.
And that's what they said, is that they weren't,
like,
they'd lost
what?
all nuclear capabilities, and now they're like, in the next 24 hours, they're going to be just fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's like the Epstein files. Like they were a thing. They were going to be a release thing. Then they weren't a thing at all.
Then they're
and
released
then
again.
they released again.
No, they're not.
And then
But they released the
retracted.
UFOs, so we don't need to worry about that anymore.
Like, do you?
Distraction. It's distraction.
Look over there.
It really is.
Squirrel.
And that's all because of Obama said that he never saw any proof, and that there was nothing at Area 51, which is probably true. Like, I don't like. Do you think they got something? Do you think here's the thing.
No.
I don't think they have shit all either. I think
No.
there's nothing coming. There's a bunch of redacted files, right? It's crazy time. So we live in a world where 4 guys a day like tap out of the global CEOing job, or like do you know what I mean? Like some guy who was like the head of this music department had to like leave his own business because he was in, right? Everybody's investing money. Well, like those guys are heading for the right. Nobody's been charged, right?
No, there's no legal action
even
being
Andrew, Prince Andrew, who went to school in Lakefield, he got arrested and he got let out the same day, but it was for representing like as a person. Like if a cop got caught for being crooked, he would get the same charge. He's like representing the public in whatever. He didn't get charged for what he did,
Yeah.
right?
No, I got charged on like misrepresentation.
Yeah,
or-
misrepresentation. That's what I was looking for. But how do you keep up with this shit? Our brains are not built for this.
I go fishing.
You think 3 people ago, people live to be 100. 3 people ago, it was a civil war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if you lived in Civil War time, and your name was Johnny, you might have met, like, other than that war, you might have met, the people in your town. And if you've been to Virginia, those towns are pretty in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
We probably met more people today than some people met in their entire lives. We've certainly sucked in more information.
Oh,
I
it's
don't.
You just
I don't-
mind-numbing.
I don't
Yeah.
think that you know what? 3 times in the last 2 weeks, I said to Ange, my head hurts, but not a headache, like a strained muscle.
Yep.
Like
like
I
an
feel
information overload.
like I feel like it's pulling. And I also listen to Rogan talked about on his podcast how he was having a hard time remembering things. And he was like, I think I'm out of RAM. And you know what? If you think about just how many hours of podcast and conversation he's had,
Yeah.
it may be possible that he has just jammed her up so much by listening to like so much
Yeah.
that there's no more RAM. That I never thought about it by if your brain is developed to like do this, like in 103 people ago, 8 gigabits had lost you 4 lifetimes. Like 8 gigabits that get filled up by AI here, like just spam, emails, like it's nothing. Like, are we really made for this? And you're right. Like, what do? Go fishing,
Just, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like that's I guess you got to find a way to like
I'd be curious to see the difference in
how the brain's locked.
in a lot of different things. In like someone that maybe hasn't been online and been as part of this for like
Yeah.
10 years, 15
If you
years.
grab one of those guys who are on that island where you're not allowed to go to the island because they have no idea what's going on. Like if you grabbed one of them
and just
and
the
just
the
scan their
cognitive,
brain.
the cognitive
Yeah.
differences, you know what I mean?
like
Compared to us who are just absorbing
Yeah.
all day
like we're
long.
sponges.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to be.
You can't help it.
Everything is being marketed to us in like
Subliminally.
yeah, but we don't need everything.
No.
There's certainly I'm not against marketing by any means. But some of the shit, like, I hate when you watch something and you're like, oh, I should do this and this and this, and oh my gosh. And then they were terrible at this in the fishing. This is the best reel I've ever used. And then I switched to this company. And that was the best reel I ever used. And then I switched to this company. And that was the best reel I ever used. And then I went to this company. And people, like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's confusing.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that,
Pretty
like,
sure my dad used the same fishing lure for like 20 years.
oh. And, like, there's nothing wrong with buying the latest and greatest. But, like, you don't need it. I think the older
that's the
I get,
marketing genius, right? Is
I think
making
the-
someone believe they need something, not that they just want it. They need to have it, and they can't live without that item.
Well, especially if you idolize a fisherman,
Yep.
right? And he uses this, then you're like, oh, I gotta have that.
Yeah, but at some point, like,
I don't need that.
That's the only way I'm
there
gonna
was a
catch fish.
ton of anglers.
Right?
Did you heard about this tournament, right? That tournament in the States? Oh, what is it called? I know a little bit about this. Okay, so like the top 25 MLF pros were going to face off against the top 25 blah, blah, blah. Dude, there's going to be this giant tournament. It's going to be on Netflix. It's all scam.
No.
So Scott Martin, I see a video where he somehow got it into this tournament. And then a week later, he's on there and he's like, I told you guys this is a scam. Well, last week you wanted us all to watch on Netflix. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I can't keep up to this shit.
No.
Yeah.
Whatever just happened to just going fishing? Like, I've had a great time. I didn't post a whole bunch over the last week. Caught a ton of fish. I probably caught more fish in the last 7 days than I caught in the last 7 weeks I was fishing. Well, I didn't even get a video done. Right?
Yep.
I don't even want people to know about the spot. Now, as soon as the spot's been melted, I'm going to share those pictures. But as long as the game's still going, I'm going to try to do my best to keep this a secret. But like, there's like, I think a lot about the beer leagues is trying to solve this problem. A safe haven where we're trying to give you information about like what I'd spend my money on, what I wouldn't spend my money on, giving you an honest opinion of what you really need and what you don't need, right?
And I will say what's kind of been nice about formats like this,
Yep.
these podcasts and people, like real people just sitting down and talking, is you're getting rid of that marketing BS and you're getting real opinions from people that are saying, hey, we used this
Yeah.
and it was great. We used this, not so great, but maybe that was marketed way heavier.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, well, there's certainly, like, especially in fishing, like, if you're going to go super finesse fishy for smallmouth, I'd spend more money on my drag being a little smoother and my rod being a little more sensitive. But, like, if you're going flipping for largemouth, like, and all I'm saying is that certainly there is a time and place you should spend X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe marketing, I want a marketing with an explanation of why. Right? And
Yeah.
But I also want from the same creators, sometimes I want, like, a cheaper option.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? I'd be happy to, like, I can tell you that my drop shot combo, I have, like, I probably own 2 spinning reels that are over $800, right? But I use them for the most finessey thing, and that drag is really important so that when that big smallmouth all of a sudden takes off, that's what you're paid for.
Yeah.
I can also tell you that I own some like $30 reels that I catch all kinds of fish on because like
That do exactly what they're supposed to do.
a smallmouth, it's a 4-rod hook on a tube. He ain't coming off. Right? I always got this. Daiwa made this beautiful Ishman Row frog rod, but it had carbon fiber guides, so it was $100 more than it needed to be, right? I think $199 for regular guides, but the anglers could choose to add carbon fiber guides, and they were $100. And all the guides on the rod would add up to the weight of one regular guide. So it was a little bit lighter. But Ish Monroe came out with a frog rod, right? I also heard that they were making a percentage of the rods they sell with their name on it. So Ish had taken a frog rod where you watch the fish, and it's sensitivity and lightness, right? Mm-hmm. You throw a frog out there on the surface, mm-hmm. and you watch for a cannonball to go off, and then you wait 3 seconds and you set hook as hard as you can. Why do I need $100 guides for sensitivity on that Pacific? That doesn't make sense.
When that fish reacted by
do you know
splash.
why?
Right?
Because 2% of $2.99 is better than 2% of $1.99. That's shit. Right? Especially when that rod doesn't come in the option without the guides. And I'm not, it's not Daiwa's fault or anybody, but like,
This is
did
just
you
for
really,
example.
did you need to do that? Like,
Yeah.
and this is an ish thing, right? I really liked Ish Monroe until I figured that out. And then I was like, well, I'm not listening to you anymore. Right? Like, that's scammy, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, lots of times you go to iCast and the newest lure is out. And it wins iCast bait of the year. And then because iCast is in like a weird time of year, they've sold more before they've ever hit the water. Live Target used to do that, and that stupid sunfish. Best lure. But then by time 2 months goes away, they're at every tackle location for 75% off because they don't catch fish.
Yeah.
They look great, but they don't actually
Don't
work.
do anything.
But like, we're just looking for the hype, and then who cares?
Just sell it.
Just sell it. But
Yeah.
who cares?
Looks really nice.
right.
Well, like Savage.
That jerk bait that was backwards. The Kreg or whatever. Like, what? It was for your live scope?
Yeah.
I don't even remember now, but it's only like a year old. It just didn't work. I knew it wasn't going to work. It doesn't make sense. Why would that work? We don't even have that. Do you know what I mean? I've never heard anybody talk about it since the release date.
Remember when Savage Gear was making the duckling?
Yeah, stupid.
And the rat?
You know, like, bass will eat it, but like, it's not going to change your, like.
But the duckling was geared
did you
towards pike, right?
Yeah, but like, in honesty, a pike will eat a duckling.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But like, I never saw anybody go to the stage and was like, I won the bass tournament on the duck.
On the duck.
Right?
Not a thing.
No.
Kind of cool idea.
But the hype
but
that
you know-
lure got.
Yeah, but like, if you were a guy, like, I don't think I would be a guy who stood up in front of everybody on YouTube and was like, I bought the duck and it changed my life. Right? Like,
That's it. That's all I'm using now.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. I'm just using the duck.
Do you ever feel like they gotta know that they're lying through their teeth?
Of course they do.
Yeah, but
course
like,
they
but that's sad.
It's money.
It's money.
Everything's money.
It's greed.
Yeah, like,
If I had a product that I knew didn't work well, but I knew it would sell because it looked cool, you kidding
Sell
me?
it.
I'd sell it all day long.
Sell it.
like.
Because you're going to make that money.
I guess like, if you don't, somebody else will.
That's
like,
right.
Is that the world we live in now?
Pretty
Like,
much.
if you like.
Yep.
Well, it's always been like that.
I just feel like it's so much worse, and I think that we know this is going on, but like,
The
we
Krieg or
can't
something
e-
it's called?
We can't. Yeah, we don't even know who's real on the internet now, let alone like what product's really good or not. Like, does it ever make you nervous? Like, being somewhere, I've almost bought some stuff where I was like, no, I don't think this is true, right? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why? Like, some stuff I like.
The fact that, like, so it used to be like, go to a store,
Yeah.
find a product. Hey, this looks like it'll work. Talk to some people. Buy said product. It either works or it doesn't. Whatever. Game on. With the internet, we talk about being bombarded, right?
Yep.
You're bombarded with products. Well, how do you vet what's good, what's bad? Well, you
Who
can read.
Who do you vet who that person is?
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You can look at
Yeah.
comments. You can look at ratings, but that's all bots.
Yeah.
You can Google,
Well,
but
here's
what
the-
if that's true?
Trade shows. You were saying that you went to
Yeah.
the car show.
The auto show.
Nobody goes to trade shows anymore.
Well, it was packed,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
Was there a look of disappointment on people's faces?
It just was zombies walking around. They were there to be there because it was on.
Like this is what you're supposed to do,
Yeah,
right? Like, I used to go to the fishing shows to find out, like, you would get your first look at the newest whatever. Now it's 8 months before you already saw it
even
on
the auto
internet,
show. Like it's all the everything. It was like going to. Like, like Toronto and that, they have like the dealer row. So
Yep,
you got
yep.
all the different dealers all in one spot, all up. Gasoline alley, they used to call it.
Okay.
And that's what it was. it was like going to a bunch of dealerships because it was just what they have at the dealerships. There were no concept cars. There was like hardly any really cool like hyper cars, like nothing fun. They had the Ghostbusters car there. That was about it.
I like going to the fishing.
The old Hearst.
Yeah.
I like going to the fishing show when you got to see all the new rods and all the new reels and
Well,
people
they're doing
were talking
demos
to
and
you,
they're talking and it's
and
it's
you get
a
to
whole
try
thing.
it out and feel it. But
Yeah.
I feel like when you go
not like
now,
that.
you're like, this is the new reel, but you've already seen it for 7 months, and like 3 of my friends have them.
Yeah.
It's
right?
basically a short-term shopping center.
Yeah, but like, there's not the deals at those things that they're
Not
used to
anymore.
I
be.
remember going with my dad when I was a kid to the sportsman show.
Oh,
And we try to make it our own spinner baits and stuff like that. We'd buy all the gear, all the
blanks.
Yeah.
right, and blades and
and you just put them all together, and
That's
you know
fun.
you'd put a yellow tube on this one or whatever,
Yeah.
or your skirts on this like that. We
You-
you know
Do you ever make lures anymore?
not really.
I tied jigs.
I buy what I know works.
I had to
but
go
I've
to-
used for
I had to go
years.
to Gagnon's the other day and buy fly tying material. And I haven't tied a fly in 20 years. And I had to go there and I was like, I need a bobbin. And Justin is like, what are you doing? I was like, I need these specific jigs. So I had a bunch of these jigs that I needed. I'm not telling anybody. And they were working so awesome, but it was such a fine wire hook that every time I landed a fish,
Bent
they
the hook.
bent them
Yeah.
out. They were garbage. Right? So I was like, I'll fix this problem. So I went to Gagnon's and I was like, I'm making my own. I have nothing. I was like, and I couldn't, I probably made 30 jigs for the price it would have cost me to make buy 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, not like, I got time for this.
Right?
Right? In this world?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
I've been painting my own rattle traps for walleye. Right?
You're a glow paint machine.
like, right? Like I could pay $15.99 for
or
Yeah.
a dollar Emma.
not even $1. I'm down here. I went through and got all the rattle baits that I'd never caught fish on because they were crappy colors. And I just started sanding them off, painting them again. I caught all kinds of fish on them. Right? Like, but like, I think if I bought all the paint, the holder, it probably cost me the price of 3 baits. And I'll bet you I painted 25 of them. They work fine.
You got a vice too, though.
No, I didn't. I bought a soldering kit holder because the vise wouldn't hold the big hooks. But I do need a vise now because I got more jigs to make.
Oh boy!
That's the bummer part too.
Look at Marketplace.
The jigs worked amazing that I had. Marley tied them for me, but I guess the hooks I got were too thin wire,
Yeah.
right? And you know what? I was like, man, like I just want a hook that doesn't bend on one fish. It's crazy though, right? Somebody said this. We do live in a world where we're just buying stuff to throw it away,
Yep.
disposable,
Everything's disposable.
and
Yep.
we're making that such an easy thing that like relationships and like bigger things are becoming disposable too. Like it must be pretty confusing to our kids. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm
I
really-
don't think it is because they don't know any different.
That's a like,
We, the three of us.
I remember the world without the internet.
So do I.
I remember how awesome the 80s were, and I was a little kid at the end of the 80s, but I remember like how like I remember going to Red Lobster
You were what, graduating high school
being
around that
like,
Pardon me.
but like I remember as a kid how important the Red Lobster was. Like if we were going to Red Lobster, this was like a special.
It was a big
it
deal.
was a big deal. You're
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Today, it's nothing.
Nothing.
These kids, man, it's nothing. It's just an expectation. I feel bad for them because do you know what Ashton did have a really good time snowmobiling, but like, do you know what kind of thing he would have to get to like really surprise him and knock his socks off? Do you like
No.
I don't even know what I could do for him to be like, oh my God, like he's lived in a different reality through the video game stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like he knows more about like supercars and you know what? He could probably work at a firearm store because he probably knows the name of every cool firearm just from playing the game. He's probably like
Yeah.
I didn't know he knew about supercars and that kind of stuff. And I was like, my head was like, how do you know all this stuff? And he's like, Grand Theft Auto. And I was like, well, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
imagine what you could learn about firearms just from Call of Duty.
Yep.
If you played enough, right?
Well, because they focus so much on realism.
Yeah.
But like, are they training little soldiers? Is like that the big play here? Like, do you know what I mean? Like these kids might even know how to take apart. and put
Again,
them back
another
in.
theory that
Like, I don't know.
Are they
like?
are they video games or training?
That's right. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
how many kids of these kids can fly a drone? Really, really, really well.
I will guarantee you, any kid that plays any kind of video game on a regular basis can fly any drone.
Oh, for
They could just
sure.
walk into a
Yeah.
drone, and I'm talking like high-end military, probably no problem at all.
No problem.
And that's where they hire a lot of these guys from. These drone pilots are just video game kids.
So I think like, and then when you take them ice fishing, and it like I think they're when they're like, oh, I'm bored.
They're bored.
I don't think it's like a personality problem. Like I think they're actually bored.
It's an input
Like
problem.
like it's not enough.
It slows down. It slows down.
It's kind of like the
They're not on
difference
their phones.
between
Their eyes aren't going like this,
yeah.
right? You're ice fishing, and you're looking down the hole. You're looking at your flash. You're just
oh, for sure.
right. It just slows their whole.
And I will
Everything
give
down.
Kaylin credit that day that she came out.
Yeah, she did good.
She was on her phone for maybe an hour the whole day.
She did good. Didn't
And
complain.
she was
trying.
She had a great time.
But like,
I was shocked.
do you feel like do you feel like when they took us to Lang Pioneer Village, do you think she was having that moment where she was like, this is pretty cool,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
This is
Look
different.
at like, do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is how they used to catch fish back in the old
Right,
days,
yeah.
right? Do you know what
Let's
I
go to the
mean?
grocery store. What's happening?
Like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you guys have a reel? I just catch them in my game.
Yeah.
It's not hard when they're that age
Yeah.
to get them off
And you're right,
this
because
phone.
I really want to go. Like, I really like sharing, and like, I know I shit on the internet a lot and social media,
Yeah.
but like, I think there's all kinds of great creators and great things that I want
Mm-hmm.
to see. It's the stuff that I don't. That's just like AI. Like,
Well, there's
Yeah.
so much of
I'm
that, right?
so flooded with AI scum. Like it doesn't even make sense. It's stupid. It's not creative. Right? I will give every once in a while you do hit an AI thing where you're like, wow, somebody really thought that out. Like that's funny,
Yeah.
right? And then, but most of it's just stupid. But like what I was saying, like I remember the world where it was quieter and it wasn't so complicated, and you really didn't know what was going on until 6 o'clock. And
had to watch the
A
news.
whole
6
bunch
o'clock
of shit
news.
might have changed between 6 and 11. So
Yep.
you watch the news again. I really think that Lloyd Robertson was probably telling the truth the best he knew. I think that like even American big news corporations in the early 90s were probably trying to tell you that, and then somewhere along the line it got mixed into like marketing and news,
Yeah.
right? Like,
What do the people want to see?
yeah, what can we do next?
What can we
gotta-
sell?
And we like, I think that I did like the OJ thing was kind of wild. Desert Storm was kind of wild. Like Desert Storm was the first live
Yeah.
war because I can remember being like,
Breaking news, middle of the day. You're just
Right.
what? The,
Or
Or
the
like-
news. What happened in the war today? And they
I remember
replay.
CNN played the whole OJ thing.
yeah.
Every ounce, like 12 hours a day, live coverage of inside the courtroom for weeks on end. And that was probably the first taste we got of that. But I don't think it was like, this trial is brought to you by
Yeah.
so and so. And right?
Isotoner gloves.
If it doesn't fit, you ain't got shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that's when it started, but it like I don't think it was as perverted like do you, like now. Even music back then, like people were still trying to say so. I don't think there's any meaning to anything in the mainstream music anymore.
Why do you think a
either.
lot of like 90s like rap and hip hop artists are coming back now?
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're all sick of it
What did I
and
see?
just it's
I saw Gavin Rossdale, who's the lead singer of Bush.
Yeah.
Oh, he was hosting the dog show thing, and I was like,
What?
Yeah. I was
dog
watching the Westminster Classic, and who introduced like the toy group one was Gavin Grosdale, and I was like, "What is this shit?" Right? And I was like, "Man, you used to write super cool music. You never
And
wore
now
a
you're-
shirt on stage,
and now you're
and you were
hosting
kind of
dog
like
shows.
he was kind of like the quiet grunge one, right? Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
British and like didn't talk a lot."
Yeah.
And I was like, now you're doing this, like.
Maybe
you
he's got a toy
do-
poodle.
Think about this. You ever did like, and this is what we like this. In 1992, when Ice Cube left NWA, did you ever see him on like GoDaddy?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's all about the Benjamins.
it's all about
Yeah.
the Benjamins,
It's all
right?
about
like,
who's going to pay me the most.
like Snoop Dogg is the greatest marketing.
He does the
man.
Olympics. He curls.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's funny.
It's all business.
Yeah.
Right? But like that guy, when I was a kid and bought his record, was up on a murder charge.
Yeah.
Like legit. Like there
Yeah.
might not have been a Snoop Dogg,
Yeah.
right? If that guy went to jail, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't. And now I kind of get like, oh, they're just at like fuck around and find out point of their life, right? Like where we'll just print cash. Like in 1992, when that album came out, and you were like, hey Snoop, you're going to be in a Bic commercial with Martha Stewart in 2024. He'd have been.
He would've
like,
shot
no,
you.
Yeah, right? You know what I mean? Like,
I want to say, I know.
now it takes 30 years to see the turnover, and there's probably some maturing. And Gavin Rosdale is not the same person today that he was
No.
30 years ago, and
No,
neither is
no.
Snoop. And good on Snoop and good on Ice Cube. But I feel like that 30-year transition today is like 7-day transitions. Like
Yeah.
what took 30 years now takes 7 days. Like boom, boom, boom. And you're like, what? It's wild, man.
Yep.
Like truly crazy, scary.
Just go fishing.
Well, I think that's like I've had a great time, and I've tried in the huts and stuff. Like I've been trying. I made 2026. If I'm fishing, I'm not checking social media. I've also like stopped following a bunch of accounts. Like no second play here. Like if you post something stupid, I'm just not following anymore.
Yeah.
Right? And if I do follow you, it's because I really enjoy your content and I think that you're being honest. But if I find out differently, I just
Goodbye.
bye. I'm not following anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you need to do. I think, and like it's a clearer vision. It's less headache, right? Like
But then you have to go, in 30 days, you have to unfollow them again.
no, you can unfollow forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
I did that too a while ago. You just get these dumb ads on
Even like-
Facebook.
but
You're like,
like-
I don't want to see this. I don't want to see
Don't you feel like movies are stupid now? Like I really love movies.
Everything's a remake.
or it has no depth, or it's not a new.
It's all
anything.
recycled
You-
material.
How many
It's all-
Spider-Man movies can you see that just keep playing the same thing?
But like,
Same.
when was the last time we saw? Like, what was the last movie you went to where you were really excited to see it? Like, I've been to like I
I went and saw The Revenant
Revenant. Oh, that was a good movie.
with
Yeah,
DiCaprio.
This is
yeah,
going to
yeah.
sound terrible. You know what the last movie I got real excited to go to a theater and watch was?
What?
Cocaine Bear.
No way.
Yeah, just
Good
because I was
movie.
like, this is going to be so dumb.
True
I'm so
story.
excited.
True story though.
What about Sharknado?
No, I skipped that one.
Do you ever like? Here's another like the last Star Wars that came out. Like I really love Star Wars movies,
Yeah.
but I don't like all these. Like who is this guy?
We're just getting
We'll watch.
Crap.
flooded
Just
again.
whatever.
We
Like,
watched the originals over and over and
I
over.
love them.
Yeah.
I used
Yeah.
to watch. I used them on VHS, but
Yeah.
I like
Back to the
the
Future.
last three that
Oh,
came
yeah.
out. Oh, good movie.
some of the three of the smartest movies.
yeah.
How they intertwined everything, and you can catch
Super good.
so many Easter eggs through all.
But
of them.
like Forrest Gump's great movie.
Awesome.
Like
Yeah.
like
Yep.
mind blowing same kind of thing where they like pasted it all in. I don't feel movies like today are that good. I even feel on like Netflix and Prime, like I feel like there used to be a series where you were like, oh my God, that was good. And now, like I hardly ever feel like there's a movie I really want to see or there's a show. And most of the time I feel like I start watching a program, by episode 4 or 5, I'm like, oh my God, it's the same thing over and over and over and over. It's got the same formula. It is not like, and a drama. like the first 6 of them, it's all the same show with different actors. Even music today, like, man, it all sounds the same.
I'd rather listen to classic rock.
But like, yeah, do you like? I just feel like
Oh, before classic rock, I guess the stuff we went to high school with listened
Is
to
now
is
classic rock.
Yeah.
But
That's,
you know, like,
yeah. The stuff we listened to in high school is classic rock.
Right.
Green Day is classic rock.
Yes.
that's wild. But like, I guess it really is. I just feel like I feel bad for Ashley sometimes. That I'm like, man, you're missing out so much, and you don't get it. And I know that I'm really pissed, and I also know that you just don't understand what I'm talking about at all, right? And I guess sometimes I feel like, my God, when you're my age, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, shit, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, if I would have known what was going to happen, and maybe that's just maybe. I also say that I do realize that that's a me problem, not a him problem, and that's me looking back and being like, man, I wish I would have done more before that stupid internet showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Do you know what I mean? Like, I really wish I would have taken it. Like,
lives.
Yeah.
even the first time I ever saw the internet was in my grade 9 computer class, and then it really wasn't even a thing. It was just kind of something that everybody went, ooh, and like. My brain didn't even understand that there was somebody else on that chat room. Like,
Yeah.
We couldn't fathom it. It was like,
no,
what?
but like at some point it just got out of hand. I don't even think we're getting like honesty like from people anymore. Like,
Everything you see online is what people want you to see.
I feel like I try to make a really, really, really hard point of like being honest.
Yep.
Because I'm aware of that. Right?
And that's what's killing kids these days is they're seeing all these people living these like amazing lives and they're all super fit and everything else, yet all of them are on drugs or
for
weight
sure.
loss and they're just suffering nonstop to create that image.
Oh, well, I feel like being in best shape of my life at 43 years old, like I can still be like, that's not natural. Because I know how hard that is to get. And that ain't natural.
Yep.
And you're older than me. Right? Like, like Ryan Reynolds, super great actor, but like when he's abbing out and like whatever the new movie is, that guy is on a lot of testosterone. That guy is eating like a very specific, expensive diet because like in order to eat only protein, like a cow, if a cow costs you $2,000 standing live weight, that same cow's worth 10 grand dead. Right? Like that's the butchering cost, or whatever is going on in the cattle market now because like a little piece of meat's $30.
It's unreal.
Do you know what I mean?
It's
crazy.
There was a time when like I can't even like fathom of like
I bought a pound of ground beef today for like $12.
that's crazy.
I was like, what?
Barf.
And we used to live.
I could have gone out for dinner. I could have gone for what I spent. Well, no, that's not true. But like, pretty close though. When I look at like what I made for dinner tonight, and I'm like, I spent a shit ton of
Well,
money.
that's another thing too. There was a time in my life where I was like, if you don't eat out, you'll be ahead.
Yeah.
It's like the grocery store is not that much cheaper now.
No.
Than like,
If at all.
and I think about this, and I'm like, what did we have last night? The other night, 2 packs of chicken thighs wrapped in bacon. Bacon was on sale. Potatoes. I think I bought a pound of butter, a bag of milk, and something else, and it was like $63.
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, like I always like my ADHD, just like I bought this for this amount of money, and I was able to split it up into 3 meals. So it was like I just liked this game in my head, right?
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, $63. Like, that's crazy.
Yep.
For chicken thighs wrapped in bacon and like not even bag of spinach and a thing of carrots.
There's where you spent all your money.
63, like I almost shit myself. Ham, like a little like tiny maple leaf ham.
You remember those?
$19 at the
Yeah.
Food Basics. And I was like,
It used to be like
what?
$6.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like an easy peasy Sunday night dinner. Throw it in the
Chuck
thing.
it in the oven, ready by 6.
Craziness.
Yeah.
Are you guys glad to be back?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This feels good, eh?
Yeah.
We're going to get into the jam of this again.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We'll cut it early. I'm ready for bed.
I'm not going to lie.
You look big, too.
I'm kinda-
And you're going to Paris.
I got a 9 p.m. flight.
Listen, if something happens, I'll call him with the bass boat. Me and Craig,
Perfect.
we're coming across to get you.
Let's go.
Hey,
Yeah.
we'll have to figure out how long it'll take us. We need like a windless 2 days.
Keep it smooth.
and a follow boat full of gas.
Well, we'll put. There was always rumors that Izumi and his Ranger had
Fuel cell?
fuel cells
On the
in
up
his
front?
rod lockers.
No way.
Yeah, there was always this rumor. I don't know if it's true. Sorry, Bob, if it's not. Used to run from the Bay of Quinte to Rochester Harbor
Oh, wow.
and then run back. And he had fuel cells on the boat because you like
This is
You'd almost
before
have to.
trackers,
before what?
before AirPods, or
This would have been when I first started
GPS
tournament
trackers.
fish.
You're right.
You're not allowed to legally, like maybe as a tournament rule, but you weren't supposed to bring jerry cans, and they would all be running to Lake Ontario, and you had to stop for gas. And I can remember them hiding jerry cans on their boats. Like,
Oh, yeah.
for like all kinds of them. And like that's the big rumor I heard that Izumi and his. I'm gonna ask him that next time I see him. I'm gonna be like, "Is that a true rumor?" Because I just spread it on you. But that's
it's all over YouTube.
I like this is 20 years ago, or like
More.
at least 15.
yeah.
And then he had fuel cells in the front of his Ranger boat, so that he
Well,
just
if he did, everybody else did.
no. The rest of them were jerry can guys breaking the rules. No Phillips on the water.
So a big fuel cell in your rod locker isn't breaking the rules.
I think he had them.
technically
hooked,
not a jerry
I think
can.
he had them hooked up right to the tank. Like he just switched tanks. Like he
Yeah.
had like a thing.
Like a multi-tank system.
Yeah.
right? Because he had to lower them together. You couldn't just lower one.
No,
side.
no, you
Like, man, you'd be
flying
an
across the lake.
right,
This feels funny. I don't know what's
I'm
going
gonna
on.
fall out. Yeah.
right. But like, and here's another thing. And everything that's going on, and the prices of everything going up, gasoline's not that bad. Like it's still 98.
It's not great, but
98 cents on the reserve today, though, right? Like, it's
don't ask about diesel.
Yeah, that's bad news. But do you know what I mean? Like if the gasoline would have went up like the grocery store, gas would be $7 a liter, right? Like, do you know what? Like,
It just keep going up and
it
up
would.
and up. But that's
but if for some reason,
for some reason people complain more about gas than food too. Like people freak out over gas prices, but grocery prices.
I don't
they're
think
like,
it's that way
"Ugh."
anymore. Not
Well,
in the
people are
last
starting to
year,
lose their
2
minds
years,
now. People are
right?
going crazy.
Groceries are taking up half a paycheck.
Yep.
groceries are disgusting in this country.
Yeah, it is. I don't. Stephanie went grocery shopping today.
Everything's
I don't even want
disgusting
to
in this
know.
country
Just
right
now.
now.
Yeah. We got it. Final thought. Oh,
See you in 2 more hours, boys.
So we want to know what a new vehicle costs in France, and the grocery. Go to the grocery store.
A brick of
And
cheese, just a brick of cheese.
Yeah. No,
Well,
no.
I'm going to be bringing some cheese back. So
Beautiful. I like moldy cheese.
Little Stilton.
But
from
do
your
this.
place.
Do this when you
Stinky
when you
cheese.
guys go out somewhere. If you happen to go to a grocery store, just while you're walking around, be like,
I'll take a peek.
just to like add
take
up
a peek.
a week's groceries in your head. To be like, milk was this much, right? I'd be kind of curious to know that.
I'm curious on fuel. That's a big one for me, but yeah.
Yeah, fuel too. It'll be crazy money over there just because they're not that.
It's a lot of diesel over there too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
I'm
run a
I'm
lot of
really
diesel
interested.
cars.
I'm really excited for Dave to go on his trip where he come back and be like this and this and this.
Information.
And you know what? I'll
overload.
bet you the things that blow our mind. And Dave's like, this was this kind of money, and this was this is stuff we would never guessed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different needs, different things. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yep,
it'll be
yep.
like wine was booze was super cheap, but this product was just insane. And it's probably just something I can't get over there.
We're going to Disney over there too, so
Nice.
that'll be interesting to find out.
Bonjour, Mickey.
Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
Oh, Mickey.
Oh. Dave, final thought.
Good to be back. Good to be hanging out with you guys again. Glad Craig made it back in one piece. He missed that by the skin of his teeth, which is good.
I had to come get you.
I'm
You
looking
know-
forward to March,
Yeah.
to the trip.
Yeah.
Really stoked for that. Yeah. I think moving forward, coming up into spring, summer, I think it's hopefully going to get a little bit better for everyone.
It'll help when we get some sun.
Yeah.
It's been.
And I'm excited to see the change in people's moods.
Hopefully it comes.
Yeah.
positivity. That was a good one. Craig?
Don't believe everything you see.
True story. Very true.
Be skeptical. Do your research.
Yep.
And don't automatically believe everything you see on the internet.
No, that's
on
a good
Facebook.
one.
You don't need that $35 lure.
You know what?
The $11 MEPS catches the same thing.
I've honestly been somebody who would not have a problem paying for some stuff in the past, like wouldn't bat an eye. I have noticed that more and more I stop myself and I'm like, you don't need this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You just don't need this. Like you're just buying to buy. It won't change anything for you.
I wanted a Stella for so long.
Really?
And I was like, yeah, now I know what $1,000 is worth. Like, nah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like, yeah, you're
Like,
right.
you-
You're right. You're absolutely right because my favorite spinning reel that I have might be $200. Like those like super expensive ones I have, I'll bet you I use those the least because the ones that the application are for are the ones that I dislike doing the most.
Yeah.
I'll tack onto that just slightly, but spend your money on experiences, not on stuff.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I got like that's a really good way to look at it. You're way better to At least you'll remember.
Enjoy the day.
With everything going on, we don't know what the hell tomorrow's bringing, so.
Just be happy. Learn to be happy with what you have.
My final thought, just enjoy life. If you see somebody, you know what? I saw a kid tonight down the river fishing. And maybe 10 years ago, that kid nuked me on the internet. Yeah. Man, he is a little shit disturber. But you know what? I reached out to him just to ask if he's all right. We had a conversation about how, like, I don't know why you're so mad at me. But I was like, if you're not being heard, I was like, have at her. You got me for half an hour. That kid and I have been best of buddies ever since.
That's awesome.
And you know what? I probably talked to him at least once or twice a week randomly since that happened. We only know what people tell us. Take time. Listen to people's stories. You know who I'm talking about tonight, right?
He came up to me and we were talking. And he said they went out for lunch when they were out yesterday. He said they went to this restaurant in Trenton. He's like, but I know you can't have it. So I know that he watches. He's like, you're on your diet. You can't have it.
He's a good kid, and I really enjoy the conversation. He was messaging me on his way home. My final thought, I really enjoy that kid. I like talking to that kid. He's young. He really, really loves to fish. And you know what? I
talk to real people.
Yeah. Have a conversation.
Instead
of jumping into conclusions and getting all mad and bent out of shape. And I will admit that, like, our first run-in, he was very young. He's still young. He was very, very young. And you know what? He's such a good dude. And I was, like, made my day to see him down at the river today and chat. And he was super polite. And he was, like, good
popped a few holes. And
Yeah.
Nice.
Good kid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, have more conversations. Talk with people. Just, just
don't get all bent out of shape before you just talk. Like,
it's more fun to talk. Like, I have more fun, like, doing like this, talking.
Yeah.
Right? We could all be sitting on our phones
back
and forth. Or,
you're right.
The
amount of times we sit in my garage there and just shoot the shit and have coffee.
I got to go home. Shit, it's 10:30.
Yeah.
I wanted to leave by 8:30. Oh, yeah, been there.
Kids, rate, review. If you're not going to leave a 5-star on the old Spotify and iTunes, just skip along. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next Sunday, 8 p.m. Maybe, no, not Dave.
Not me.
Yeah. If
I'll comment if I'm on.
We can do maybe a.
Do you remember when what's his name used to do the telethon? Oh, what was his, like, the comedian from, like,
Jerry Lewis.
The Jerry Lewis telethon. Dave, if something happens over there, we're going to have telethon.
Telethon? We're gonna get you back.
We're going to get you back.
We're gonna do a telethon. None of this